back with Markets at Lunch on 80 Now.
Let's touch base with the management of Bluestar, Mr. B. Thiagarajan, Executive Director and President of the air cooling and our product business. Mr. Thiagarajan, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. You plan to increase your market share in the entire air cooling market. Now, that is a very competitive market. You've got local players, you've got global players. How are you planning to differentiate? What is your strategy? What is your game plan?
So when we entered into the room air conditioners retail market, which is what we did in 2011, every year we have grown better than the market. Say for example, in FY14, the market will be growing by around 19% or so. We are growing by 30%. We are differentiated in terms of our product offerings, which are truly world class. When we got into residential segment, we introduced multiple models, like we had 65 SKUs or so last year. Now we are introducing new range which has 75 models in terms of color, in terms of capacity, in terms of features. It is completely differentiated. The next thing is Bluestar being air conditioning only company, in the sense that there are players who are into air conditioners, refrigerators, washing machines, color televisions, etc. Only very few players are focused on air conditioning. The science of air conditioning is very well understood by Bluestar. Like I can proudly say, more than 70% of our employees are air conditioning refrigeration engineers. We walk, breathe, talk air conditioning all throughout our life, and therefore in terms of selection, in terms of features, in terms of durability, we have differentiated ourselves. You will be happy to know that we crossed with this month 2 million units of air conditioners since our inception, which means only there are 3 or 4 players who might have crossed this kind of a figure. We happen to be number 2 or number 3 or number 1 even in certain markets. Say for example in Bangalore, where today we are launching the product, we are a number 3 player. And our brand communication is undergoing a major change. What we used to say as take office like cooling home, we are migrating to a different platform with this confidence. Nobody cools better. So therefore we are making a very bold statement. In other words, we are there in room air conditioners market. We have been competing with the multinationals, and true to the fact that Indian players can make it to the top, we have demonstrated our leadership. That's what gives us the confidence.
Mr. Thiagarajan, you just talked about being the number 2 manufacturer in certain key markets. What, if you could, quantify that for us? What exactly is your market share that you enjoy?
See, on an all India basis, our market share is somewhere around 9% at this point of a time, if you take residential, corporate and commercial segments together. That 9%, our goal for FY16 is to take it upwards of 10%. My estimate is the market, despite the rupee depreciation or the dollar appreciation and other economic environment, should be growing by around 15%. That is a conservative estimate I have got, which our goal is to grow by 25%, which means like we have done in the past 2 years, we will grow 10% more than the market. So I have the advantage of penetrating in terms of distribution many more markets. Like 57% of our sales comes from tier 3, 4, 5 markets where our opportunities lie. We will be expanding our distribution reach. Our communication in terms of advertising or field promotions focus largely on big metro markets. We will take it to those markets which are tier 3, 4, 5. And if you go by this, if I can be number 1 in Andhra Pradesh market, if I can be number 3 in Bangalore market, if I can be number 2 in coastal Andhra, why I cannot replicate this and be a number 4, 5 kind of a player? Even last year, quite a few months, we could reach that kind of a situation in few markets.
Mr. Thiagarajan, there are 2 ways to look at your growth. Number 1, you can be part of the growth market. B, you can target more market share. So are you targeting more market share, or are you confident of the market opportunity, the market size per se?
Market size, I am repeating, will grow, my estimate is 15%, my growth will be 25. This particular year, market has grown by 19, we have grown by 30%, which means my market share has moved upwards of 1.5 percentage points. So next year again, if I can achieve that 10% more than the market growth, I will be a double-digit player.
Also have to look at some fundraising options as well in order to infuse money into your company for this kind of expansion?
Not at all. It is an internal accrual. We will be able to manage that. The investments are in terms of research and development. Investments are in terms of advertising and promotion. We want to spend around 35 crores, which is something 30% plus over the last year. I will be able to manage it within the internal accruals itself. I do not think we will need external funding opportunities at all.
Okay, Mr. Thiagarajan, good chatting with you. Thanks much for taking time out and speaking with us today.
Thank you very much.
That's the Bluestar management, B. Thiagarajan, talking about as to how they're looking to target a double-digit market share in room AC segment. Of course, they're looking at various product launches as well. The stock is a little slackened, but yes, that is a function of the overall market mood as well right now. But there is a meet on gold import.